The moment has arrived. President Trump and North Korea's Kim Jong-un have met one-on-one in Singapore. Moments ago, we saw them emerge. The two men made history when they shook hands about an hour ago. It is the first time a sitting U.S. president has met face-to-face with a leader of North Korea. Cameras followed them from a portico into a small room at the resort hotel where the two spoke alone, joined by only translators for about 40 minutes. Here's what they had to say before reporters were ushered out.
I feel really great. We're going to have a great discussion, and I think tremendous success. They'll be tremendously successful. And it's my honor, and we will have a terrific relationship, I have no doubt.
That was President Trump, and now I believe we have a clip of what Kim Jong-un had to say.
While there was a lot we did to get here, the past felt like fetters on our limbs, and the old prejudices and practices worked as obstacles on our way forward. But we overcame all of them, and we are here today.
So the leaders are now meeting with a larger group. That meeting will go on for a little more than an hour. Our foreign affairs correspondent Nick Schifrin is on the ground in Singapore with the NewsHour team, and Nick is joining me now. Interesting, Nick, that Kim Jong-un said we've overcome obstacles to get here.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, Judy, that this summit was on again, off again. The president pretty abruptly accepted this summit a few months ago, earlier this year, and then abruptly canceled it. And then, of course, we are here, and he called this summit again. And so three big takeaways that we've seen this morning, I think. One, we've never seen a North Korean leader submit himself to the press, even if he wasn't taking questions. And therefore, we've never seen a North Korean leader get what he is getting now, which is the legitimacy, in North Korea's eyes, of sitting with the U.S. president. The body language that we just saw in that room as the two of them were speaking, not effusive, but certainly cordial, and both leaders saying that they want this to succeed, and certainly U.S. officials telling me that the president wants this to succeed. And number three, these are the only two people who can make these big decisions moving forward. Certainly Kim Jong-un runs a dictatorship, and the president would be directing the administration to do this. And so it really is a question of whether the two men believe that they can work together. But a senior administration official talking to me just before this meeting started said, look, we expect this meeting to go well, but even success in this meeting mean that we won't know what or how far, to what extent the North Koreans will go when it comes to denuclearization. This is really just a getting to know you meeting. They are trying to lower expectations dramatically compared to where they were just a few months ago.
And Nick, that's a way, in a way, it was surprising to hear the president say, we are going to have a terrific relationship. I have no doubt. I mean, we know the president has been trying to talk up this meeting in the last few days, but as you say, there is so much yet to be known about what happens, what comes out of this.
Yeah, as the official tells me, the president calls a lot of audibles, and he is allowed, and he will make decisions based on how he feels in this room, and that's certainly what he said a lot. And so the question is how this proceeds. Now, what they're doing right now, they've got about 90 minutes or so with an expanded group joining the President and Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, John Bolton, the National Security Advisor, who's been very skeptical of dealing with the North Koreans in the past and who the North Koreans do not like is in that room, and John Kelly, the Chief of Staff. And on the North Korean side, you have Kim Yo-jong, Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yong-chol, really the right-hand man to Kim Jong-un, the person who met President Trump in Washington just to make sure this meeting would take place, and Kim Song-young, the Chief of Staff, who organized logistics. They'll have about 90 minutes. A working lunch will follow after that. And the question is, how do the two sides feel, and whether the two sides, Judy, actually leave on schedule just in a few hours from now or extend.
And Nick, you get the sense that this is a pretty choreographed event. It is the case that we don't know what's going to come out of it. But you do get the sense that the timing of the first part of the meeting with the one-on-one and now this meeting, they're not saying this could go on and on and on. They're saying it's going to last about an hour before they go to lunch. In fact, what I think some of us found surprising is that just yesterday, the North Koreans said, well, we're only going to stay around a few hours after the summit, then we're going back to North Korea, after which the U.S. delegation said we're leaving too.
Yeah, there was a little posturing perhaps yesterday. You know, the North Koreans let it be known when they were leaving. The president says, well, we're going to leave just in a few hours. But again, the two sides can decide to stay longer if they want. And so how long this meeting lasts will really determine or perhaps be a sign of how well it's going. But at the end of the day, really, President Trump has said that he will decide based on how he feels about Kim Jong-un. And of course, Kim Jong-un will decide how far he's willing to go. And the key questions are, how far is he willing to go on denuclearization, how quickly he's able or willing to try and give the U.S. some kind of steps to prove that he's willing to denuclearize, and on the U.S. side, how far will the U.S. Be willing to go to guarantee Kim Jong-un's security?
So much at stake, potentially at stake in these meetings. Nick Schifrin for us on the ground in Singapore. Thank you. And in the day's other news, shortly before his meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un, the president tweeted that his chief economic advisor had suffered a heart attack. He said Larry Kudlow is being treated at Walter Reed Medical Center just outside